Oh, oh dear. Oh, it is a lot later than I think. As it goes, it's about like 10 to 1 or something. I've got the house to myself. I haven't even got makeup on tonight. This wig is just fucking amazing. It just looks like I've grown my hair. That's what it looks like. I really need to grow my hair because it's like this. It's thin and quite kind of floaty, but it would take a fuck of a lot of growing. Oh my god, if this was my hair. If this was my hair. But fucking hell, it's been like my girliness is glowing today, and there's quite a lot of girls talking to me about my girliness and girly ways, and it's lovely. It's lovely. I'm like, I don't know. I've just been messaging someone about it, and so it's really nice when girls recognise it. It's like I mentioned in that She video, when girls recognise it, like in a like, it's a real admiring way, but not like sycophantic or just nothing unpleasant about it at all, if you know what I mean. Um, but she said, when she first said, I really like your, I see you, she said, I see you as a she, I see you as a she, and I don't mean that in a bad way. And I was like, I don't take it in a bad way. It's like, she's seeing the she, she's seeing the she, but just as like a normal thing. It's a normal thing, not as a like, oh thing or a ooh, like put it up on a like showbiz kind of type thing. Just a thing. It's definitely a thing. It's not the same as a lot of other things. It's a definite thing, but it's not a weird thing or a creepy thing or a make special concessions for it thing. Do you know what I mean? Um, but like, oh god, what else was I going to talk about? The last like 3 or 4 days, outside of my like Facebook interaction, and actually when I went and I saw my mate, was it last night? I think it might have been last night. I was fine then. I was chatty. I saw people and chatted to people, but the rest of the time, like all of the time on my own, has been a fucking struggle, and it's still. This room is still like fucking. It's getting there. Like I'll do it tomorrow, but I've been saying that for about 5 or 6 days, and I've never ever like really scratched the surface of what needed doing. I've just spent all day doing other things and making more mess, and then tidying up, and not finishing the tidying up, and just ineffectual. My temper has been all over the fucking place, like really fucking angry. That slightest little fucking thing, doing these fucking wigs up. Oh my god, it's testing me. They've got a little strap at the back, but I haven't done this one properly. You think you get it underneath all your braids, because obviously some of my braids start here and they're sloped back. So they want, they're all here. They want to slide down here like this hair's doing. I've got to get them out of the way because they make it look like bulgy and it make it not sit on properly. But fucking like that. Look at that. It just looks like that's my hair. That just looks like that's my hair. But then when I do that, I look totally like a girl without any makeup on. I look completely and utterly like a girl. It was geezer earlier, right? And I think obviously the blonde hair is very, very fucking appealing. And like sometimes blokes on their own, it's not common. Sometimes blokes will smile at my like costume type appearance and make comments about it. And I just smiled at this dude, but I honestly think he was fooled by this. I honestly think he was. It's a very fucking hot outfit. Actually, it's dark green, but it's got gold up it. It's like what very hot girls wear with hair like this. It's only just the massive boobs and the fact that they're girls that makes them hot. But I think he might have been fooled because it was in time because he was like, and I did think to myself, mate, if I was a girl, right, and like you reacted like that at being smiled at by me, then you've just lost. Because he was like, but there was a lot of starers. It was a little bit unnerving tonight. It was a little bit unnerving again. A lot of starers, and a lot of the ones that, as you look at, I mean, I do look at everyone, but I can't help that. I'm just like, I've just got that constant need for fucking checking my inputs. But it's, you know, as I look at them, that's when they look down or away or compose themselves and look over there, and you can see their eyes going to go and turn into glass in front of you, and it's just like, why do people bother? It's like, it's actually quite insulting in a way that like that they think that you've believed them. I would literally like rather people just came up and said it in some ways if they're thinking something weird about me. But then it was kind of interspersed with quite a lot of niceness as well. There was quite a lot of niceness. But again, it's like, it's loved or hated, it was definitely fucking exposed. And like, I think it's like I'm more and more just purely dressing like a woman, and haven't lost. I'm floating in a different zone at the moment. But a lot of my bright colours, although I'm colourful, I'm still colourful, but a lot of the sort of psychedelic nature of it isn't around at the moment. I'm very, very into pink. But like this, the wig and the clothes today were enough pizzazzacalness for the same feeling to come back from the mirror that I always get from having my different combinations of colours and that. And I was just wondering how much of that was just my female influence upon my male clothes. And that was a thing that needed to shine back. But it's definitely getting more and more like, not powerful like in an overwhelming way, just more everywhere. More everywhere. But I'm kind of like almost feeling less female with it, if that makes sense. I'm feeling more and more just at home with it. Like I'm totally at home in this fucking wig. I don't want it not to be my hair. What else was it? That was it. I got speaking to a guy that I've never really spoken to before. He's always been really nice to me. He's from the suntan shop, and he was doing some work, and he's by the laundrette, and he'd put a post up about DJing, and I replied to it, and then he mentioned that he'd seen me. And like, I remember thinking, I've seen you around. And he's always nice to me and says hello, but I don't think we've chatted much. I really don't think we've chatted much. But he said I'd see you around. I was going to say hello to you the other day, but you were chatting. I was like, you should have come over. So I stopped and chatted to him, and we had a really good chat. You know what? I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Youngers, fucking youngers, mate, they are much more at home with my off-keyness. Like, they still spot it and are still maybe just as confused by it, but when they get the answers, they accept the answers as the answers. They don't challenge it. They're like, oh, okay. And then it's integrated. It's like they learn much, much faster. They don't have all of the barriers and preconceived ideas. There's enough there to make them stop and go, hang on, this is different. But then when there's an explanation to it, you see them almost run diagnostics and go, oh, I get it, I see. And then that's it. Nice. That's kind of exactly what I want. And that's a lot of what this guy was like. Although he was hugely empathic, fucking vastly empathic. And he's the kind of people that needs to, you know, he said to me that I needed to take classes of how to inspire people, because I told him about the girls in Southbourne, where a lot of people would say it was inappropriate for me to talk to girls of that age. And I was like, well, ask them if it was. Seriously, go and fucking ask them. They fucking loved spending time with me, and I got them to celebrate who they were. And I told him that story, and he was like, you should take classes. And I said, what, on how to raise people's energy and how to make them, like, turn them into sparkling energy, because that's what I do. I can generate that shit. I generated it right in front of him, and I could see him smiling. But he should take classes on how to help people like me just feel okay without even fucking trying to do it. Most of you lot try to do it, and you think you know how to, and when it's not working, you shout at it. And that's when you start displaying my symptoms in response to it. But he did the thing that I put in whatever video it was about how you spend a minute in the moment with their pain, and then you recognize it in front of them almost. And that's he was naturally doing that. So like I was able to very quickly describe things without him going what, and him get them. And things like the paranoia, and you know, like the sort of the way that the schizotypal and the EUPD combine a little bit. Like I can't interpret meaning, but then I've got a very strong persuasion that everyone fucking persecuted me, and it's like, and he literally just he felt it, and he wasn't being fake. He was like, man, that must suck or something. It was, you know, that must be exhausting. You could see he just literally had a taste of it and thought, and can I imagine if my life was really like that? And that's what you need to do. It's real to them. That was the expression that lady said to me years and years and years and years ago. It's real to them. Whenever someone's looking like they're going about nothing, it's real to them. Make it real. That makes them feel better in and of itself. You didn't have to do anything. You didn't have to advise them. You didn't need to give them life advice. You didn't need to tell them how to manifest. You didn't need to tell them about positive thinking. You didn't need to tell them to write affirmations. You didn't need to tell them to meditate. You didn't need to tell them to walk in the forest. You didn't need to tell them that you were sending love. You didn't need to tell them that they've got this. You didn't need to tell them that they were smashing it. You just make them feel heard, understood, felt. Like what it says in Men Are From Mars, Women Are From Venus, that is a woman's need, and that I related to straight away, but I actually think is a human need, because the amount of women that go into advice mode, that's what the book says, that a man goes into an advice mode when you share a problem. But I just straight away thought, no, because she does that. And I instantly named about 7 women in my head that do exactly that fucking thing. And how that actually extinguishes you in a way, and it doesn't let you be, it's not heard so much. It's like, it's just to have someone listen and show that they're listening by sharing the experience of how you felt with them, by demonstrating that in a subtext, in an energetic way, that you have tuned into where they were at. That's what people need. And that's actually an affirmation. That's actually an affirmation of the ego. That this is how I experienced it, and someone else goes, yes, that's correct, I would feel that too, sort of thing. It's that, and it's exactly the same sharing of energy as you get when you go, fuck's sake, mate, I went da-da-da, and the fucking car park was shut, and you want people to listen, and you want them to go, fucking hell, what a nightmare. Exactly the fucking same process. Exactly the same process. That is why people, when they're late, will loudly tell the fucking story with full fucking drama. Because they want their ego affirmed, which sounds to you lot like I'm saying they're big-headed, because no one knows what that bloody means. But your ego is your conscious, your sense of self, how you understand and interpret the world. The ego is you. Your ego is you. And you need it affirming. That's why you blend with kindred spirits, because every human needs to know that the way that they're existing is allowed, permissible, is, you know, okay, that kind of thing. And we need those constant kind of reminders from each other. And that's all you do when someone is going through something or describing something that they go through. When they're genuine, it will fucking help them, like it does me. And they recognize that, and they feel instantly a lot more all right about themselves. Have I got time to put it in? Not really, no. I'll do it in another one, but it's similar. It's similar to this. I don't know if I'll make it tonight. I'd rather be asked the helm or something else. Yeah, that's it for this one, I think. Shall I do it? Yeah, I mean, it's only a few seconds for this one, so I can just pad it out with some stuff like you look gorgeous tonight. I love you. You look fabulous and amazing, and you're wonderful, and there's angels all around you.